After teasing us earlier today, Dana White has officially announced the full main card for the Sphere card. And yeah, the main event is O'Malley versus Wallace-Willie, co-main of Grasso-Shevchenko 3, Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez, the rebooking, Zell Huber versus Ribovics, and Rodriguez versus Osborne. Now, that's the main card. Now, take this into consideration. Dana White is hyping this up to be the biggest one-off event that the UFC will ever make for their fans. And the top 3 fights are A tier. I love the top 3 fights. Ortega, Lopez, the rebooking is great. It's a great idea. The trilogy, I guess now that we've waited out for so long between Grasso and Shevchenko, should be happening on the Sphere. But, that's some Dana White privilege on Grasso's half, being kept on the sidelines just for this event. And the main event, O'Malley, they're trying to shine up O'Malley, saying, O'Malley's our biggest star. We felt that he should have the responsibility of, main eventing such a historic card against Merab. So, yeah, but come on, the rest of the card, there's only 10 other fights, and seeing by the main card, there's not going to be any other ranked fights. Now, you may be thinking, where's Michel Pereira versus Alexander Hernandez? That got moved to a Fight Night main event in October. That is no longer on the Sphere card. And whilst I do like the top 3 fights, I ain't too fondly impressed with the rest of the card. We got one fight that comes to mind that's on the card is Kevin Borjas versus Edgar Chairez. That's it. That's the only other fight I think on the card right now. Probably they're going to put on like Yasmin Jauregui and some other unranked Mexicans. But as of now, I'm not too fondly impressed. They better put some ranked fighters on this and shine up the card a little bit. I'm looking for at least one more top 10 ranked fight. I don't know what it could be, but it better be on here. I'm fucking shocked that Yair Rodriguez pussed out of, being on this card. He said no. He made a statement saying, no, I would not be on this card and stuff. And yeah, that shit's crazy, but it is what it is. Might as well go into some predictions. Starting with the main event, I haven't made my mind up with that one yet, but I'm a slightly lean towards Merab. I don't see O'Malley's long punches landing too much on Merab. Obviously, he has the weakness to the left hook. Cejudo and Moraes have caught him on the chin with that. But I don't see O'Malley, his hooks are so long, and Merab's most likely going to see him coming and duck under them. And, O'Malley's best chances are going to be knees and right hands and stuff. So I'm not too made up on my main event prediction right now, but slightly lean towards Merab. As for the trilogy, I'm going to go with Shevchenko. Looking back at the fight, at first I did say that Grasso won, and I did make a big storm on Instagram, and the comments got fucking pissed off and shit. But looking back at it, Shevchenko did win. My bad. Shevchenko did win that fight, 3-2. That fit round 5, 10-8 definitely saved her. And other than that knockdown that Grasso had in round 2, Valentina was in control. For the rounds she won, she was in dominant control. Not dominant, but, dominant as in outscoring her. Dominant, yeah. I'm going to go with Shevchenko. As for Ortega versus Lopez, I'm going to change my mind on this. I'm going to go with Brian Ortega. That Dan Ige performance showed that this guy slows down in round 3. And if he doesn't clip you early on, it's not game over. It's like you can survive Diego Lopez out. And the guys he's been finishing, Gavin Tucker, susceptible to a round 1 finish. Pat Sabatini, Damon Jackson did the same thing to him that Diego Lopez did. And Ode Osborne. Looking back at that Edson Barbosa fight, I know it wasn't round 3, but the guy showed to be really chinny. So I'm going to change my mind, and I'm going to put trust in the veteran Ortega to win this one. And as for the unranked fights, I'm going to go with Esteban Rivervix against Daniel Zellhuber. I don't know why I stopped on that one. Daniel Zellhuber. And, yeah, I just think he's better on the feet, more finishing potential. And Daniel Zellhuber, whilst he's long and rangy, sometimes holds back on his volume. And I think that's what a guy like Esteban Ribovic struggles with. Like, Loic Razabov pushed the pace on him, and that's how he lost that fight. Daniel Zellhuber is more of a calm and composed type of guy who picks his shots, and once he sees you start to wobble and stuff, that's when he'll, capitalize and jump on a finish or just continue onwards towards a decision. And as for Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Ode Osborne is an absolute can crusher. He got lucky with that decision against my guy, Charles Johnson. He should have lost that fight on damage. The guy, I don't know how he's on the main card of the UFC, but I guess they're trying to hype up Ronaldo because they think, I guess some fans will fall for the, Cristiano Ronaldo type of shit. So, yeah, obviously Ronaldo is going to submit this dude. The dude has no ground game. Crazy that he kind of wrestled my guy Charles Johnson. But, yeah, sick. A little bit. They need a ranked fight to spice up this card. And, yeah, sick. Can't wait to see some fighters get some epileptic seizures with this big-ass sphere screen behind their octagon. That's going to be a good sight. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I would be curious to see how they would handle that situation, because that is fucking... Imagine, like, how the fans are going to be seeing the fight on this screen. I don't get it. We'll see from the first fight of the night how it'll go down, but shit. Or at least they better give us a preview. It is what it is. That's my reaction to the card, and yeah, peace.